What is up, everybody? My name is Justin, forever self-employed, all about pressure washing and quote IQ. And in today's video, me and Mike are going to be doing pressure washing business Q&A. Mike, it's not Friday already, is it?
It's not Friday, but we got so excited and just all kind of in a tizzy that we wanted to come on today, Thursday.
I believe the word is overzealous. Wouldn't you say so, Mike?
We were overzealous.
We were
You got
over the
that.
moon. We have a lot of things to share with you guys today. A lot of big things that have been going on behind the scenes that are ready to come out. Wouldn't you say so, Mike?
Oh, lots of big things behind the scenes.
Okay, Jack wins the award for first person on the live. Howdy, gentlemen. How did the Facebook ads workshop go? He says he was in the pool. Was it well attended? I would say it was a massive success. I think everyone got a ton of value out of it. Wouldn't you say so, Mike?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I learned a lot,
I'm glad you got some
and
good
and and,
takeaways,
and
Mike.
I know a lot. Yeah, it was well attended. I think we were like at 124 or 125, something like that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there were people that got in but missed it. Like apparently Jack was in the poo. But yeah, they got the replay. So it is all good.
Yeah, beautiful. We actually have another class coming up. We're going to tell you guys about here very shortly. Peaches is here as well. Hey, big boys.
Why do I feel like Peaches and Jack are the same person?
I don't know. If they are, they're really good at jumping accounts.
I
Payne's
know.
pressure washing in the house. Rusty's here with us. What's up, gentlemen? Peaches wants to know if you're sunburnt, Mike.
Now, I don't get sunburned because I stay so golden brown.
Okay. Chandler's here with us. What's up, fellas? Chandler, thank you for hanging out today. Thomas, what's up from Hartsville, South Carolina? Jack has a great tan now. Good to know.
Hartsville. I've got quite a few friends from Hartsville.
Hey, guys, I started about 2 months ago and learned a lot from y'all and have your course and quote IQ. Southern Design, we really appreciate that. I think our courses are the quickest way to jump the learning curve, and that's what we
Yeah,
tell everybody.
absolutely. Where are you from? Southern Charm or Southern Design?
Either
Because
way.
it says Southern.
No tan lines either. Houston Power Washing Pros in the building. Oh, was he from Houston?
Oh, okay, nice.
We got our buddy Jordan with us. How's it going today? Jordan's a window
Jordan.
cleaning man. He's done very well with window cleaning. Just did 14 estimates for a commercial property management company for a total of $33,000. Wow, it's pretty crazy. You say something like, I mean, 33K that's not too shabby. It's good stuff, man. Beautiful.
I'm digging it a lot.
Let's see. I'm not Jack. I do love him though. That's what we like to hear. Tyler says, appreciate y'all. Appreciate what you guys. Fo06. We appreciate that, Tyler. Thank you, man. Thank you for hanging out with us. We just got accredited by the BBB. Do you think that's a good move, Mike? Would you ever get accredited?
Well, it's just by the Better Business Bureau, so I think that's great. It's just another little notch, another little logo that you can put on your website, on your marketing, and the Better Business Bureau is a complete fucking scam, in my opinion. It is exactly that. It is a business. It is not a feel good, do good organization by any means. In order to get accredited, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have to pay to do that. I had these people, this is years and years ago when yellow pages were a big deal, right? And everybody in business advertised in the yellow pages. And one of the advertisements that we did, and myself and another guy locally, we kind of competed with like who got the biggest ad, because the biggest ad is the one that's probably going to get the most eyeballs. My business is called All American, because back in the day, A was the first letter in the alphabet, and it still is today. But that's how they would put you in the yellow pages. So All American AA, that's twice as good as a regular A. So we were always right up at the top, and I would always do a really big paid ad. And I put one time that we were the number one voted best pressure washing company in Savannah, Georgia. That was one of the things that I put in the ad. And I actually got a call from the Better Business Bureau asking me, who was it that voted for us? What organization gave us the award for the best pressure washing business in Savannah? And I told them that it was my wife, and to go straight to hell.
Wow, really charming story, Mike. I love the finish on that one. That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peaches made a good comment here. BBB is not accredited themselves. LOL. So completely agree. The more you get into like the cool thing about pressure washing, it's not. I feel like it's not this way as much, but like a lot of these industries, there's so much red tape around them, and they take money from you in every single place that they can. Maybe in California, it's kind of like that. Maybe like everything in California is kind of like that. But it's nice in some places that we could just operate our business without having to,
Jump through a bunch of hoops.
yeah, a bunch of dirty hoops. Okay, I do want to let you guys know about the new class that we're doing, and we're going to keep giving some shout outs in the chat really quick. Well, let's let you guys know about a couple new things. First and foremost, Mike's winter workshop, 5 sneaky secrets that make Mike $20,000 a month in the winter. This is going to be a live workshop with Mike, and it's going to be coming up very soon. Highly recommend you guys check it out. It'll be the first link in the comment section description. If you want to learn how to leverage partnerships, lock in consistent recurring revenue, stay fully booked during the slower months, take action before the busy season, and take advantage of other seasonal opportunities. Highly recommend you guys jump in here. Mike's got one thing that's like the closest thing to passive income that I've ever seen with the service business. And so, Mike, do you want to say anything else about this class?
No, I'm super excited. This is one of these things where, there are recurring themes that we hear about all the time in our industry, and it's the summer slowdown, right? How do we deal with the summer slowdown, right? And then it gets to, oh, it's winter. I'm not going to have any business. What should I do in the winter? What do you do in the winter? Can you wash when it's cold? All of these things. And so, I've been doing this a very long time, and I have figured out a lot of different ways to generate extra income or supplemental income, if you will, during the slower time of the fall and the winter. And so we're going to dive deep into 5 things, 5 tactics, strategies that I implement every single year that are proven, that work, and that keep my guys busy and keep the money coming in, even when we can't do as much washing as we would like to. So I highly encourage you guys to jump in. And just like Justin's Facebook ads course, or not course, but workshop, we are pricing this so freaking low, it's embarrassing, but we want everybody to have the opportunity to get in. And this is stuff that you're not going to hear me talk about on YouTube, right? Justin just was talking about a couple of things that I've done. We don't talk about it everywhere, right? So sometimes you just got to pay to play, but it's so worth it. And, it's under $50. So go have a look-see, check out the page. There is a link in the description down below, and I hope to see you later on in November.
Every single product, every single workshop, every single course is all designed to at least 10x your investment. Now, with some of the things like the Facebook workshop, like this one, like you could literally 100x your investment. And that's not even like, that wouldn't even be crazy. So highly recommend you guys jump in, especially if you're worried about the winter slowdown. If you're somebody's like, I'm going to be packing up shop, newsflash, guys, winter comes every single year. Okay. There's never a year that we get to skip a winter. You know what I mean? So I think it's better to kind of prioritize and figure out what you can do this year instead of just skipping out every year. You know what I mean? Okay, let's give a couple more shout outs. Big time in the house. Big George in the house. Malcolm Fontenot's here from Louisiana. Josh says, salute D's. Mr. Nuts is in the house here.
What's up, Josh?
Headed to lunch after a house wash in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Enjoy your lunch. Enjoy your lunch, right? So we appreciate you for hanging out with us. Tyler Jones says, had my first 2K day last week and only took 4 hours.
Love it.
Pretty good.
Those are the days that we all look forward to.
Now, you got to keep in mind, you can't have the good without the bad. You know what I mean? So you will have the 8-hour days that you make $500 on because hoses blow and pumps go out and everything hits the fan.
Yeah,
Was it? I think it's Murphy's Law. Everything
that is Murphy's Law. And I'll tell you guys a story here in a second after we get through the hellos to everybody that about one of the jobs that we had this week that turned into one of those.
Okay, we're going to talk about Murphy's Law here in a minute. Chandler says, crazy what one phone call can do. We actually got a phone call to quote 22 buildings at a university this week. Probably going to be definitely a 6-figure job. Not sure how many 6 figures we're going to be talking about here. But yeah, man, when you put yourself in the right positions to get
at least 6 figures.
At least 6 figures. When you put yourself in the right positions to get the right call from the right people, it's a good way to go. And that's why we always talk about me and Mike's coaching. Literally, we give you every advantage. Not only do we give you Mike's commercial script, but we also put you in front of these people because we have to think about the opportunity cost. It's one thing to be like, oh, well, investing in myself, investing in training is, expensive. Well, how expensive is it in terms of the opportunities that you're missing out on? Because if you don't get the call for the $33,000 job, what did that cost you? If you don't get the call for the 6-figure job at the university, what did that cost you? And then it's another thing to get the call. And it's another thing to actually make the most out of it and try to give yourself the best opportunity of landing the job. So highly recommend if you guys want the one-on-one coaching, be sure to check it out down below. It's ridiculous how cheap it is for the amount of value that we give in there. But good work to Tyler. Good work to Chandler. Here we go. George says, I got declined for a commercial job, 40,000 square feet for $7,500, building wash and all concrete. Any tips to get commercial? We talk a lot about the tips in the coaching. I do want to say one thing, though. If you yourself can invest in yourself, why would you think that companies and businesses would invest in you to get the work done? Another thing is like we have to address like our limiting beliefs. If we don't feel we're deserving of that $7,500, it doesn't matter what we say, what we do, how much lower it is than everybody else. They're not going to give it to you. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that we'd have to address within this, but
How much concrete was there, George?
George, let us know down below. Genius move to have the 2 A's for All American. Double
Thank
A.
you.
I like how you said the alphabet starts with A, and it still does. They haven't come
Yeah,
up with another letter yet, but if they do, you're gonna be in trouble, Mike.
I know.
Gotta pay to keep the accreditation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 3 A's might be better. That's true.
Yes. I couldn't come up with another A,
All
Chandler, but
American Applebee's pressure washing.
yes, that would have been brilliant.
Any goose killings lately?
No, but I'll tell you, there have been, and not at my house, but for those of you that watch, you know that I've got a regular routine in the mornings where we do a little run, we do a little bike. But on our bike route, which has progressively gotten more and more, which I'm not a big fan of, but there's this one street, and there have been probably 50 to 100 vultures sitting on these houses and just shitting all over the roofs, right? It's absolutely terrible. And every time we drive by, I'm like, oh my God, look, like it's like there's such awe in my brain every time I see all of these. I mean, it's hundreds of vultures and they're just completely destroying this roof. And every time I drive by, it's like, if this was my house, I would be out there with a pellet gun or a 22 shooting them consistently until they were all gone. But it's just crazy. Yeah, so no goose killings. They've stayed away. I saw a bunch of them today though down the street.
Word probably got out, Mike, that
You got that right.
you put a hit out on one of them. In your one-on-one, will I get guidance on getting commercial estimates approved? Absolutely. We have Mike's commercial script. We have how to get in front of those commercial properties, how to get in front of residential, how to close residential, how to scale systems and operations so you can remove yourself from the business and you don't have to spend all your time in it. Like literally, it's designed to take your business and like 10x it. So, anything you want to add, Mike?
No.
So, meat of the week.
Okay, so I knew
Oh,
you were
wait. And Pete just says, and God, please make it an actual protein.
and I knew that I disappointed last week. And so and it wasn't even by design. Like when I'm eating and planning my meals, it's not like I'm intentionally thinking of what the meat of the week will be, week of whatever. And so yesterday I picked my youngest daughter up from volleyball practice, and we were coming home, and she was eating. Like my wife had already, made her meal for her when she got home, and so when I was driving home, relatively close to the house, there's a church, and probably 3 to 4 times a week, there are food trucks that go in the church parking lot. And this started during COVID, which was the greatest thing ever. But there is this, the guy actually lives in my neighborhood, and it's a Caribbean, I don't know how you say it, potato, food truck. And so I've been there once, and it was delicious. And so I came home and I was like, hey, do you want to do Caribbean? And she's like, no, my stomach's kind of upset. I'll probably, just do something easy here. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, go, you should go get it. I was like, yeah, because I don't like to like go and get food if, like it's kind of a couple, you like, anywho, I got goat. Now, goat is absolutely delicious. There's a lot of bones in goat. But the meat and the seasoning is absolutely phenomenal. I paired it with plantains and a steamed cabbage, which was absolutely delicious. The plantains cooked to perfection, maybe left a little bit long in the frying pan because there was just this delicate, beautiful crust of caramel. Amazing. So that was the meat of the week. Goat.
Like plantains is not It's not a keto, right? I thought you were carb free.
Well, no, I mean, yeah. So sometimes a gentleman has to partake.
Indulge.
But I will say that I only ate 2 of the plantains, and I actually threw the rest away. And I hate when people throw food away, but I did throw them away.
Plantains are delicious. I'll give you that.
Oh, they're so
Goat versus lamb, Mike. Which one do you like better?
I'll go with lamb, less bones. But it's just again, I think it depends on the preparation. Lamb, it's all good.
Okay, love plantain, says Peaches. I guess Peaches approves. Goat qualifies. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. We had a good comment here. Okay. Sup peeps, Indonesian here. I'm in the middle of deciding between opening a premium touchless motorcycle wash or small grocery store. Economy is hard right now. We're heading to a prolonged deflation. Interesting. Motorcycle market is huge, but if people are scared to spend, then they'll just wash it themselves. I
Yeah,
mean, how much
I'm not
capital
very
would you need?
familiar with the Indonesian economy, but I do know that in a lot of these countries, the motorcycles that is the primary mode of transportation. I didn't realize that there would be a huge need for premium touchless washes there. Are there other premium touchless washes? Because if there aren't, there might be a reason for that. Maybe the economy doesn't support, that service. It would be interesting to know. And everybody always needs food. Everybody needs food. They don't always need a clean motorcycle, especially when
It's
there's inflation or deflation or bad economies or terrible, governments, whatever the case is.
both of these sound like they need a lot of startup capital as well. It sounds like you have maybe some money to invest. I would look at, what are people needing right now, and how can you create a competitive advantage for yourself? With regards to a grocery store, I think maybe like location would be everything. It just sounds like a lot of risk for. I mean, a grocery store is going to stay in business for a long time, but it has to be the right location. So find a competitive advantage, find a way to offer value, and I would say find a way to do it without as little capital as possible and scale with the money of your customers. That'd be my advice. When can we purchase the Vadan Rogers T-shirt?
Gosh, we are not gonna we're not gonna.
Dude, do you have the logo? Can we just put the logo on? Oh, we have like a shirt shop or something.
Yeah, we could do that.
If you send me I'll put it. I have for some reason I connected this shirt store to my channel like
Oh,
4
I
years
know.
ago.
Hustle hard and get that money, baby.
4 years ago, and it's still there on every single video. I've never touched it, never looked at it. So at least I might as well put some good logos up there. I should probably do like some quote IQs and some Viday and Rogers stuff,
Yeah.
So Jack, coming so soon.
So soon, Jack.
The funny thing about becoming successful in businesses is like when you're not successful and like you just have a day job, right? There's only one thing to do. You show up at the day job, you do the job, you go home. The more successful you get, the more opportunities present themselves and the more ways of making money and the more like things that you could dive into. So really like the more successful you become, the more it's about protecting your time. Wouldn't you say so, Mike? Because like at this point, I could do 500 things a day. But it's like, okay, what are the actions that are going to take us the farthest with regards to whatever our goal is?
And sometimes you need a friend to remind you of those things.
Why do you say that, Mike?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was just saying that sometimes some people really like to go in a million different directions instead of kind of honing in on the most important things.
It's tough. Like, I think as somebody who sees opportunity in every direction, you kind of have to just rein yourself back in. And I'll admit that's one of my, it's one of the things I struggle with. I see too much opportunity everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you
Well,
got to
that's a
pick
good thing. Did you see that quote I sent you today?
Yeah, the speed one.
Yeah, from Cody, right?
Yeah.
Cody, what is her name? Cody Sanchez?
Yeah.
And she is somebody that is unbelievably intelligent, and she has and you know why she's so successful? It's because she takes risks. Where did I send that to you?
To the text group. You want to pull it up?
Yeah, I got it. So this lady, she's like an investor. She invests in service businesses, a huge proponent of the trades, a good spokesman, if you will, for the industry. And she said, "My richest mentor told me," and this is the quote, "I win more for one reason. I move fast. By the time most people are done analyzing, I've already made 3 mistakes and found a better way." And so that is one of Justin and mine are my secret powers is we don't get caught up in the details, in the minutia. We don't let what ifs and buts get in the way. We take action, and if we screw it up, we figure out how to fix it and we move forward. And so I encourage everybody to kind of take that approach. In order to be successful, you have to take risks and you have to bet on yourself. If we didn't bet on ourselves, if we didn't think we could do the things that we are doing, then we would still be where we were 5 years ago, and that's not where any of us wanted to be, especially where we know where we've come. So I think that just struck me this morning. I was reading that, and I was like, "Wow, that's strong." And what makes it even better is like that's who we are. And so I encourage everybody to kind of take that to heart and implement that, or try to do it in their own lives.
Another quote that I really like is, "You 5 years ago would have killed to be where you're at now." Something like that, something to that effect, and it's so true because, like, man, we've come, like, a long way, and I think we always focus on, like, what's the next thing, what's the next thing, where are we building towards, and, sometimes it's nice to take a little bit of reflection and say, "Look how far we've come." You know what I mean? I think both are important. Obviously, you don't wanna take too much reflection because you're not moving forward, but it's important as well. Um Hey guys, thanks for your time and help. I got the opportunity to quote a minor league baseball stadium. Thanks to the confidence y'all have given me. Scary, but pulled the trigger. Excellent, man. Excellent.
That's awesome.
We talk all the time. Get Mike's commercial script. Get Mike's commercial script. Chris literally landed a six-figure job off Mike's commercial script. Jump in the group. Like, what are you losing out here? This quote might be $10,000. Is it worth losing out on $10,000? Opportunity cost. Hey guys, finally able to watch another live stream. I got my Footbridge website built a month ago. Really excited. Excellent. If any of you guys need a website, be sure to check out Footbridge. If you use our coupon code, code IQ, you could save I think it's $600 a year, something like that, Mike. So highly recommend you guys do that. Save some money. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, you'll never grow. Completely agree with that. Good point, Jack. How do you calculate how much SH you use on each job?
Well, we have the mix calculator that you can use inside of Quote IQ to figure out your close ratios. But how much to use on each job? Like I don't understand the question, but I guess I do, because it sounds like maybe you're saying to yourself, okay, I'm going to go do a 5,000 square foot house. How much bleach do I need to buy? Right. That's the wrong way to look at it. Go buy 50 gallons of bleach and then go get the jobs until you have to refill. That's how you figure out how much bleach to use on each job.
I think the other way that this comment could kind of be taken is like, how do you calculate how much SH that you use on each job? Like, how much did we use on the previous
we've
job?
got, like you've on your shit, you've got a huge tank on your trailer. I think it's what, 300 gallons. We've got 225 on ours.
I wouldn't say I have the biggest tank on my trailer, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So before the job, you know how much SH you have. And then after the job, you know how much SH you had. So then you know how much you used. And then depending on your mix ratios and your dilution and things of that nature, it all comes into play. But I also think, I think we pay just under $4 a gallon for bleach, and you're probably using, 5 or 6 gallons on a regular residential house wash. So like in the grand scope of things, that's a very, very small cost, but you need to understand your cost so you can price accordingly and know, if you're truly making, how much you're actually making and all of those things. But again, let's not get, crazy with the ratios and these little minuscule things. But if you could clarify exactly what you mean, maybe I could answer a little bit better.
It's the minutia. Getting into the minutia. Thomas Smith says, LSU, baby. You got that right.
I remember back in the day, like I would get on these groups and these forums, and these guys would be like, well, I'm trying to do the math on my chemical injector, and I'm only getting a 1.833% solution out the end of my gun, and the chemical injector says I should be getting 1.94. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Go fucking wash. And if guess what happens? If the green don't come off, you mix it stronger. It's that easy. Like, let's not get caught
Mike
up.
likes to taste the bleach to know how diluted it is and if it's coming in. Whew. Wow, Mike. That was a show that we were not ready for. Justin, so wise to address limiting beliefs. I mean, it's absolutely true, because if you don't believe you deserve something, why would anybody else believe it, right? And I think that's
Mhm.
what a lot of guys struggle with, especially early on trying to land these big jobs because you don't even feel like you deserve it. So appreciate it, Jack. Best insurance for liability insurance. Whoever gives you the best rate is the best insurance.
Yeah, shop it around.
8K, 33K building. Doc is in the building. Mike, do you think he's referring to himself as Doc or as someone else's Doc?
He's probably referring to me
Okay. What up,
because
Doc?
I used to be called the Dean of Clean, DOC baby.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. DOC in the building. Okay, got it. Okay. I thought he was talking about like Doc from like Back to the Future or something, as if you had a time
Yeah,
machine.
Doc Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about XJet to start roof washing? Thanks. Wouldn't advise.
XJet is probably $150, $200. Dilution is going to be not as strong as you probably want. The max capacity of the strength that you're applying through an XJet is still very limited.
Is it
So if it was a
3% is
toss
the hottest mix you can get off of XJet, Mike?
3,
I
I don't
think.
know. Probably. We never fuck with XJet. We had one, and then I gave it away to a local competitor because it was nothing. I bought it because I wanted to make a video, and then I thought it sucked. You're carrying around a bucket, and you got all these extra hoses, and just not the best way to get a couple extra percentage points. Like you can get about a 1.5% mix, maybe a little stronger if you've got a dual porter like a super sud suck or something like that. As far as chemical injectors go, you can get maybe 2% max with really, so we've never messed with them. But if it was between an XJet and a soft wash system, I would just go get a 12-volt pump and set it up and go.
I'd say just wash houses and driveways till you can get a soft wash system. I wouldn't even mess with the XJet for the roof. Can you imagine carrying a bucket up there? Like, you need so much bleach to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even worry about it. Yeah, just save up. Love these channels. How long after pre-treating, washing, rinsing a patio can pets get on it? 1.5 sh.
Almost immediately. I mean, like after pre-treating, washing, rinsing a patio, immediately. Like you've
Hard to dilute.
pre-treated it, you've washed it, and then you've rinsed it. There's no issue. But
Lil
my
Mike feeds the vultures to keep business going. Mike, do you deny this or?
Well, I actually made a funny video, a short, about the vultures, and I was saying that this is one of the greatest things that I actually have trained a vulture. I hired a vulture trainer to come in and do the train these vultures to go and sit on the big houses in my neighborhood and shit everywhere. And then after the vultures do their thing, I go back with a roof cleaning flyer and stick it in their mailbox, and it's made me very rich having a vulture trainer on staff. So yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good. So
Yeah,
if you guys need a way to,
I am very funny. When I see the opportunity, I will make a funny video.
if you need to get your money up, get your funny up. That's what Mike says. So
Never said
George is still talking about still talking about that commercial job that he lost. The thing about that is we actually had a guy in the group that got into the group a little late, and he quoted like $160,000 apartment complex, and he like just way overquoted it. He overshot it. He lost it, of course, and we tried to redeem it, but unfortunately at that point it was too late. Had he had the tools necessary, he probably would have landed it. Just saying. What's your thoughts on going to disaster sites to go get work in the down season? Thinking about going to Roswell, about 6 hours away, as they flooded 4 days ago.
Okay, Jordan. My thought on this is be incredibly careful when you're in Roswell, because we all know what happened back there in, I want to say 48, 47 with the the UFO crash, and then of course Area 51 is relatively close. So just be careful if you're out there.
Yeah, you better watch out. You might get abducted or something. But anyway, as far as disaster relief, any place where there's people that need something done, like obviously in that scenario, they need it done more than any other time. It's a good opportunity to, as bad as that may sound, it's not even bad. It's just you're offering a service that people need, and there's probably not a lot of people offering it, and so
Yeah.
therefore there's going to be
Well, a prime example. I mean, every time there's a hurricane, and Justin, I know you're very aware of this too. Like we just had 2 hurricanes within like 3 weeks of each other, and a tremendous amount of damage, trees down everywhere. I mean, there's still trees cut down, stacked up on the side of the road. And you all that you see going down the highway and all over Savannah and the surrounding areas right now are these gigantic, huge black dump trucks with these cranes, and then they've got like a truck that, or like a trailer that's as big as like an 18 wheeler, all blacked out. They're all badass because they could just all come rolling in, and then these cranes come and pick up all the shit and they take it away, and then they come back, and they're storm chasers, right? There's a reason that it's called storm chasing. People, there are electric companies that will chase storms, and not because of goodwill, and because they're getting paid, right? So follow the money, and it's, as long as you're not price gouging or taking advantage of people, which you're not, then you're providing a service that is underserved at the time because there's so much need. So you're just coming in and you're helping. So it's a good thing for everybody.
Follow the money, Stallion. That sounds like I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Keeping it clean, soft pressure washing services. Good morning, guys, from Salinas, California. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. Good food trucks are the bomb. Absolutely. Love plantains. There's not a lot of food trucks over here. Goat qualifies. I'm running like behind because I just take these how they come. Goats can be tainted with Arab meat, so don't risk it. Oh God.
Sometimes, Justin, you should read the comments before you actually the words come out of your mouth. Like, just
wow, imagine me depriving everyone on this live stream of that comment though. That would be terrible. I drop 1K to 6,500, but still a no.
George, stop talking about this.
Okay, George is okay. And obviously George probably commented a bunch, and now I'm hitting it.
No, I know. But so look, this is the bottom line, George. You lost the job, get over it. Right? We're going to lose jobs every day. What I do, if I'm in your mindset and you're so concerned and keep talking about losing this job, call the guy up and ask some questions, right? Get the feedback that you need. It's no skin off his teeth. He's going to say you were either way too high, you came across like a schmuck, your equipment looked like ass, your quote was unprofessional, I didn't like the way you looked, right? There's so many reasons why you could, and ultimately probably all it was you were too high. So ask the question.
Yeah, ask the question. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and it is given. I mean, George, come on. The Bible says so. Do you think pressure washing businesses will still be profitable in a recession?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I mean, people always need things clean. I mean, you have to.
And goddamn, people are so weak-minded that they want to blame everything on something else, right? Look, if you've got a great business and you've got great marketing in place and you've built up, a good client base, it doesn't matter if there's a recession or there's inflation, right? If you're targeting the right people, right, then they're probably not going to be as affected by a recession or inflation. Okay. Yes, those are very real things that affect a lot of people. But I tell you what, I know a lot of people, including myself. I don't know how much a gallon of milk costs. I don't know what it costs now. I don't know what it cost, 5 years ago. I don't know a lot of things, how much eggs cost, right? I want the eggs. I want the milk. I go buy them. And I'm going to pay whatever the cost is, because that's the world that we live in. Stop looking for excuses, okay? Find a business. I'm trying to think of a business that's not recession proof. Gosh,
grocery stores.
Know. What?
Grocery stores.
Grocery stores are recession proof because everybody needs food. Gas stations, So yes, we are a luxury market.
Toilet paper manufacturers.
Recession proof. But my point being is, recession they're real, but like, don't get bogged down on the what ifs and the, well, what if this happens? What if Trump gets elected? What if this happens? Like, it's going to happen, and you have to bob and weave and figure it out. Like, and I'm coming off harsh because I hear people talk about this all the time. And there are things that you can actually do to help recession proof yourself and your business, right? You have to be an intelligent human and run an intelligent business and be aware of all the things that could and can go wrong. Have a very firm understanding of your costs, understand, all of these things, right? And then you scale, or you grow, or pull it all back in when you see the writing on the wall. So,
like, why are you cyberbullying our friend Lorno here?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. No, it's true. People get stuck in the minutia. Just start the business. Don't worry about it. Just move forward. Get customers. That's all. Jack says, you determine your success, not the economy.
Yes.
Bingo. Now that's a winning mindset. Payne says, TP companies are pandemic proof. You got that right. So why not start a TP company? You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about those things that the Native Americans are in. Mike would
They're
say Indian.
Indians.
I didn't say it. Um, it annoys me when people compare the prices of 100 years ago to today. Back in my day, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is kind of annoying. You could watch a movie for a nickel. That's probably around your time, huh, Mike? A movie for a nickel. You could go to the cinema for a nickel. No offense to any older, distinguished people in this chat here.
Hey, George, I just texted you. George texted me.
No, okay. Peaches says, if you don't sell the Vidan Rogers shirt, I will. All right, you got it, Peaches. But if you buy it, then we need a picture of you and Jack in it. You know, since you guys want one. That's our stipulation. Right, Mike? Is that a good stipulation?
I like it.
Can you please go over the pros and cons for 4 GPM versus 8 GPM or a 5 GPM?
Yes, I will do this very quickly. The more flow, the more dough, right? So the more gallons per minute that you have, the more efficient that you can be, the quicker that you can move, the quicker that you can get jobs done. And as you become more efficient, you become more profitable. So invest in the highest GPM that you can possibly get. And if you can't afford anything but something, 4 gallon per minute, something like that, that's fine. You're just with the understanding that it's not going to be as fast. You're not going to be as efficient, but you will be smart with your business. You will reinvest in your business. And then you can take that money that you're saving and go buy bigger equipment.
There will never be a point where you'll say, I wish I would have gotten a smaller machine. I promise. Now, from a financial standpoint, obviously don't put yourself in a tremendous amount of debt trying to get the biggest machine. But at the end of the day, it's all about the flow. And Jack wants to hear a little bit more about the flow. And said, do you have a heavy flow, Mike? Steel
No
says,
peaches.
oh, no, Mike, you're saying no?
I don't have heavy peaches.
Steel wants the Vidan Rogers shirt. Okay, Son, Steel up 2. Steel wants one. That's 3 people. 3. Okay. The more successful you are, the less you tolerate. Absolutely. Because you run out of time to tolerate other things. Some ways to get business funding for startups like this. Do we have any ways to get business funding, Mike, for startups?
I mean, you could go get a small business loan, an SBA loan. I've never really looked into it. I mean, the barrier to entry is very low. And what we just talked about is start where you can and then reinvest in your business as you grow. That's my advice.
This is a really good question from Thomas. Do y'all think one day you could look into allowing to upload documents to individual customer profiles on Quote IQ? I love Quote IQ, but would like to see more customization for each customer. I mean, I don't see why not. We've never the thing is what we build depends upon the amount. We try to build things that will help the largest amount of the user base possible. So you're the first person, Thomas, that's ever said to us, please build something that I can keep documents under customers. Now, what we do here all the time is like we need what's it called, Mike, that we're building right now? Something
integration, like a Zapier integration for some other softwares.
Right now we're building a Zapier integration.
Like an API. It's an API. Yeah. And Thomas, are you the one that I spoke with about this? I just spoke with somebody that was has been running his business on paper for the past 15 years or something like that. And he wanted to upload individual documents to each customer for all of his, I don't think I was as eloquent, Justin, as you were just in stating the fact that we build for the biggest, impact it can have on the most people. Because probably most people haven't been running their business on paper for 15 years and then want to scan and upload. Like, I don't know if that's you or not, but I
mean, look, Thomas, when when we're 10 years into this and we've built like everything that we could build for this, and then we'll focus on the, idiosyncrasies. I don't know. That's probably the wrong word, but we'll focus on
details,
the
the little things. Yeah.
We'll focus on little things. So it'll come. If you get a gang of people that use Quote IQ that want that feature, let us know. We'll build it in. One thing that we did build in that needed an update was the dashboard. We actually did a bunch of.
Ooh, that's sexy.
We did a bunch. I wish we could show you guys the before on the dashboard. We actually had somebody say, TJ, love the Quote IQ updates, gents. We appreciate it. Look, let's take a look at everything we updated. We updated the visuals on this dashboard. We also added in a few different things. So profit and loss is now put here so you can see your gross sales, expenses, net profit, and then you can see it in bar graph form. So the whole thing is the gross sales. You got your expenses in red, profit in green. So you can see how much money we're taking away. The next thing is we got our year-to-date sales and expenses graph, so you can actually see how much sales came in versus how much you spent in expenses. This is a dummy account, so the numbers are going to be swayed. We have sales by service, so you can see which services you are selling the most of. We got our average ticket here by month, so you can click in. You can see March was, $1,100. June was $867. So you can actually monitor your average ticket price. We got our expenses chart here, so you can see where all of your expenses are going, lead sources. We've even added in a tips thing, so you can calculate in exactly how many tips your business is bringing in, and you can account for that. When if a certain person gets into office, they said there's no tax on tips. I mean, let's be honest, this is free money here. You know what I mean, Mike?
Yeah.
Then we've updated our outstanding invoices, so you can check the total amount that you have unpaid. As you guys can see, this account has over 300 grand that's unpaid. First and foremost is Joe Biden with our most outstanding payment here, but we've actually updated the way that all the invoices looked. We've updated the estimate screen.
Oh, you forgot the most important thing there.
What?
So one of my pet peeves is outstanding invoices. And so previously, in order to, send an invoice reminder, if you will, you'd go over and you'd click, send email, but then it would pre-populate it with a template for just sending an estimate, or an invoice, right? With the, hey, thank you for your business, all that bullshit. But if Joe Biden doesn't pay me for 728 days, I want to be a little bit more harsh. So we included a new thing, and Justin hasn't filled this out yet, but you go into the templates and the settings and you can put in whatever you want, right? Like mine says past due in capital letters, please pay your invoice from All American. And then I've got, a curt but relatively nice reminder, and then the link to their invoice so they can pay it. So now I can just go in every single day and boom, 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 just one click and hit all of these late pays to get me my money. Pay up, sucker.
Mike likes that a lot. That's right. Okay, so that's one of the things that Mike wanted. So obviously it's in there. Another thing that we did, we edited this screen. This was another screen that Mike did not like. If you guys remember, these
I
colors
hated it.
These colors were a bit more pungent. We actually need to change this highlight color. I don't like the highlight color.
Well, no, it would be fine. I told Simon to I wanted the text to be white when you went over it, and then it would pop.
Okay. Oh, so yeah. Anyway, everything that we do, we're always tweaking to make it better. So fix the home screen. We made the home screen better, more analytics, edited invoices, add in the ability to quick send customers reminders if they hadn't paid. We also redid this page just to make it super easy. One thing that we never really talked about is we added in the ability just to click through and go straight to the address on your phone. You have the ability to click through and either text or call this person straight through. And so everything here is about streamlining it, making it easier for you to kind of operate your business. So anyway, a lot of work went into this, but we're very proud of it. So
it's very, very pretty, Justin.
Any whoosy what's its. We did have a couple good questions and comments. What the hell? Justin Minutia, aka Minutia. Yeah. Manur. Love the new update. Guys. Keep on the great work creating a shrinking wrapping video for you boys now. Let's go. Yes. Todd Ketchell's a ninja. I told you guys that for anybody that was there for the Facebook class. Another thing is we actually have 6-figure earner plaques now. You don't want me to talk about this right now, Mike?
Oh, no, I was reading this jackass's email or message.
For anybody who uses Quote IQ and invoices 6 figures, $100,000 through Quote IQ, you'll be receiving one of these bad boys. We're actually going to do interviews with each person who does it, and then that way it's going to be like some good stuff for you guys to kind of watch and just glean from, see what works in other people's service business. So if you guys want the big trophy, you know what I'm saying? You know what to do. Invoice it, and yeah, and so it's going to be good. We're going to create like a a whole group of six-figure earners within Quote IQ and interview them, share their success stories with other people, and that way we can all learn, we can all grow, we can all become better. One thing that me and Mike really believe in is, rewarding people for the good work that they do. And we'll be honest with you, there's not a lot of opportunities, with regards to having your own service business to get any reward whatsoever. So this is kind of like a trophy that kind of, and if somebody does 250K, if they do 500,000, if they do 1 million, like
we'll get you a big ass one.
Yeah, they only get bigger than this. So.
Yeah. And just to clarify, you can't go into Quote IQ and you can't just type in stuff and think that we're going to like, okay, here's your plaque. You actually have to invoice through Quote IQ, right? Your invoices are sent. That way we can actually track and we can see what's going on.
Yes.
A lot of call for, oh, look, love the Quote IQ updates. I love this. A lot of people want these shirts, Justin.
Yes. Okay. That's good. If you guys want it, we'll make it. I mean, it's going to take a little time, but we'll have it made. I want a club trophy. You know what to do, Peaches. Come on. Looks like a gold record. Thumbs up. Jack likes it. Not a lot of people do good work, though.
Yeah.
This is true.
Oh, okay. I just saw a good one. I want a Goose Assassin t-shirt. That's awesome. Why is Quote IQ so expensive for max tier? And that was IP Man 0071.
I would argue that Quote IQ is actually so cheap for the
well, and that's what I was going to say. This is something that if you think 149, if you're running a business and you think how much, it's $149.
It's not even that. It's 129.
Okay, yeah. 129 for the ultimate tier in Quote IQ. If $129 a month is too expensive, then you are a shitty business person. You are running a terrible business, and you should probably just go back and work at Walmart or McDonald's, wherever you were working before you decided you were going to run your own business. Justin, do the math for me. What's 130 divided by 30? Because I want to break it down per day.
Yeah, let's see. 130 divided by 30. $4.30 a day.
If you can't afford under $5 a day for your business, shame on you, right? Because I can guarantee you're probably getting like a Starbucks or an energy drink, or you're dipping, or you've got some other vice or some other money suck that if you were intelligent, you would say, that's not the best way I can spend that $4 and a few cents, right? I should invest it in something that's actually going to give me a return. And that's what Quote IQ does. And to say that Quote IQ is overpriced is probably, not only are you running a terrible business, it's a stupid thing to say. The ultimate tier has InstaQuote and InstaSchedule. Okay. There is not many other software programs out there that can even touch what the capabilities are of this. And if you do find something else, it's going to be 3 to 4 times more expensive, and they're going to charge you $600 for a one-time setup fee. That's expensive. Maybe for me, in my business, that wouldn't be expensive because it's going to return on the investment. But Quote IQ Ultimate, and then you also get customer self-schedule. So your customers can quote themselves, right? 24-hour salesperson with the ability to upsell constantly. Then they can go and they can schedule themselves based on your calendar's availability. Now, that alone is worth $500 a month for me. I've got somebody that's going to answer every single inquiry and give an accurate quote and then ask to schedule. Not only that, we're collecting all of their information. We're putting it in the CRM, and then that triggers email automations, which is going to follow that customer through the entire funnel until they schedule. And then from that point, it just moves on. So $129, you're right. That's too expensive for you. It's too cheap for me. And so, Justin, I want to raise it to $300 now because that's still undervalued.
That's what robber would do to you. They would literally rob you, and they don't even give you some of the features that we have.
Yeah.
Mike, can you do the voice? $129.
$129? If I was to give you $129, then all of my dollars would be gone. I can't give you my dollars because then I wouldn't have dollars.
That's really good.
I do that daily because I get so mad when people say stupid shit. And I bet not this guy in particular, but I bet he probably puts a dollar sign behind the numbers.
Oh, the ultimate burn. Mike, silly salmon.
I don't get that.
Dude, what did this dude smoke this morning? Rusty, you're killing it, man. Catch out. Best in class, Quote IQ. Thank you, Todd. We appreciate it, man. Tell him Mike, Quote IQ is one-stop shop. I don't know why you're talking to the broke people, Mike.
Okay, hold on. TJ. Is that who I think it is?
I don't know. Who is
Okay,
that?
so this is actually a funny story. Um, on my, well, I don't even know if I want to tell it anyway. Um, someone was using my Insta quote locally to figure out pricing, and I go through it, and then I kind of it was TJ was the name, and so I think this is Tristan. So this is Tristan, and so I'm like, okay, I put in the phone number into Google, and then I saw it was his business name, and I was familiar because he's in the inner circle and stuff, and so I put his phone number into my phone, and I'm about to call him just to bust his balls about using mine to figure out pricing. And it pops up with his name and the place where he used to work, which was a place called Marine Max. And it said Tristan Marine Max. And I was like, holy shit. So I think it was during COVID, if I'm not mistaken, we had bought a boat. I bought a boat from this old guy, and we ran the hell out of it, had a good time. And then it was having some mechanical issues, as boats do a lot of times. And so I took it over to where Tristan was working, Marine Max, and basically a good guy. And I remember him distinctly because he was like, "Yeah, if you're mechanically inclined, you should probably just fix it yourself and sell it, because this is only going to cause problems for you down the line." And that's exactly what I did. Basically, he was saying, like, don't pay us to do it. If you've got any, mechanical inclination at all, you can fix it yourself. Fortunately, I did. And I did fix it, and I ended up selling it. And actually the guy, I still see him post on his YouTube, and he's still running that thing around down in Florida. But long story short, this guy probably saved me a bunch of money. But it was just funny. And so then after our conversation, we were talking, and I was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, dude. He said, when you called, it said Mike Stingray. And he was like, why is one of my old Marine Max customers calling me? So we never even connected any of those dots. So very small world. So very cool. And he just started a business in the air in my area. And I hope that he does awesome.
I think that was a beautiful story, Mike.
Thanks,
I do
bud.
want to highlight one comment from Peaches. Trying to convince poor people it's not expensive is a waste of time. And this is so true in any facet of business, especially when it comes to roof washing. If you want your roof to look brand new without replacing it, is $500, $750. Is that really too expensive? You know what I mean? And so that's why I ship the price, and I never try to explain too much to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and Peaches, you know me, I like to rant, and it'll probably be good to clip and put in a video.
We like to rant and ramble out here. Did you say anything about TJ trying to figure out your pricing? Did you say anything about that? Or
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't listening. Okay. Farmhouse loves that voice. We appreciate it. It is a good tier for max tier, but starting out, I can't justify the expense each month just yet, but definitely in the future. Is there a yearly option though instead of monthly? There is, yes. I think it's
And you
a
can save quite a bit.
20% savings on the yearly. Highly recommend going through yearly as well. What was the other thing that I wanted to say about the yearly? What?
Did you see that?
What?
Our marketing person is watching, and he just texted both of us that said he's making a video with that rant right now.
Okay, great. Yeah, clip that if you can. Dude, we gotta get him. We gotta clip all these. We do so many lives, and I think there's a lot of good segments in these, and we lose them. I
Coke
was
Zero,
clipping.
Peaches.
Wait, what?
Peaches asked if it was Diet Coke.
Oh, okay. Coke Zero. Zero sugar. I remember when they rebranded that. Let's see what else we want to bring in here. Struggling to get clients. I needed help, not bashing. Just lost my job, can't find work, but I have a trailer and basic setup. I guessed wrong when I expected professionalism and a helping community.
Okay, let me address this. Wah. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so you put yourself in our shoes where you're out and you're saying you're struggling to get clients, and not a bashing. Okay, you lost your job, you can't find work, and you're out there and I don't know how you're trying to acquire customers, but just say you're door knocking, right? And you go to all these doors and you're like, okay, I can wash your house for $200, and you know in your mind that it's undervalued. You know that that $200, that job that you're about to do for this person is easily worth $600, right? But in your mind, because you're struggling, you're new, you're like, okay, I'm just going to do $200. And then that customer goes, well, can you do it for $125? And you're like, fuck no, I think $200 is an unbelievable price, and it's valued way more than that. So imagine putting yourself in my shoes when some rando on the interwebs is telling me that it's too expensive. It's not too expensive. It's too expensive for you. And maybe that particular house wash is too expensive for that person. Okay. So just be cognizant of what comes out of your mouth. I say whatever I want, but I caution you, if you're talking to me, to be careful. But and I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess let's set a reframe. He must not be on these lives too much because we joke around a lot. We have a good time. I would say that the angle that we come from is like a big brother angle. We never like say anything to bash you or bash anybody on the internet. The only thing that we do is we encourage you in a way that's like, hey, let's make it happen, rather than us being like, oh, you needed customers? Like, let me put together a marketing plan for you and send it. Like, I have 1,300 videos on my channel. Mike, how many have you on your channel?
I got at least 4.
Mike has like 13. We literally have 2,600 videos between the two of us. And so, like, if you were super serious about getting our help, we have tons of video on the channel. Like, here, this isn't like the best forum for it. But at the same time, Jack made a good comment. Stop being a victim. The advice is to help you. So, by no means are we bashing anybody or making fun of anybody. But, dude, like, just make it happen. If you want the answers, you can, dude, like, we have coaching. Like, you can literally jump in one-on-one coaching. This is not the forum for us to be breaking down all kind of stuff. So, Pete just wants a meat of the week compilation.
Yes.
Meats of the week. Mike's fourth vid. I'm going to be starting my pressure washing business in January of next year. And my question is, would it be smart to get Quote IQ as soon as I start, or should I wait for my business to grow? I'd get it now. And I'd start plugging every single person that could be a potential customer in there immediately, because I mean, dude, if you wait too long, you're going to lose all those customers.
And let me also say this, and to the gentleman who thought I was being too harsh, we also have a free version of Quote IQ. And if you're struggling, if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of, and maybe you're going into the winter, yeah, you don't need the added expense, but we've got so much that you can do with the free version. Most importantly, keeping track of all of your contacts, being able to send professional estimates and invoices, collecting payments, and there's a bunch of other free stuff that's in the free version. And then for the guy that was saying he lost his job and he was just starting out, maybe you don't need the ultimate tier at this point, right? Just like the equipment, people are like, well, I want to go buy a $30,000 trailer. You don't have to, right? Start where you can. We've got a free version. We've got like a very inexpensive first tier. And then as your business grows, then that $129 is not a lot of money. So that was my point. And by no means am I backtracking, because I say I believe in every single thing that I just said. But we also offer free versions and very inexpensive options. My point being is maybe you're not there yet, right?
Don't backtrack, Mike, okay?
I never backtrack, Justin.
This will be fact-checked, the entire call.
Please do not fact check.
This is Andy Elliott on a budget.
Okay, first of all,
what does that mean?
Well, I think he's making fun. Like, Andy Elliott is, but like, we wear the same shorts.
Whoa, Stallion! Give those things a little pull down before you go jump up.
Because I was waiting for the Andy Elliott. I saw that comment. Whoa. Have you seen that guy? Like, he's a little teeny individual anyway, but like his.
How tall do you think he is though?
Like 5'2".
Dude, he's got to be tall that. But keep going.
I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, but Andy Elliott, but he's harsh, and I don't personally. I had to like unfollow a lot of his stuff.
Dude, his marketing team does weird things with him and his wife now. Like, I follow him, I'm like, dude, what are they posting? It's really weird. But
I had to stop.
I like Peach's comment. Why wait until January? Why is January? But we always set this magical time somewhere in the future. Why not start right now? And then Jack says, take action. Even wrong action is better than no action. I completely agree with that. That's beautiful. And that's what we always talk about. That is X-rated version. LOL, look at those quads. Dude, y'all are weird in this chat. Oh god, dude.
Okay. How do you deal with net 30 pay terms starting out? One of the reasons I can't justify doing monthly subscriptions is I'm getting a lot of net 30 jobs that drains my bank account just starting out. Okay, Jordan, understand completely. And that's why you need a nice blend of both residential and commercial. Residential is pay right now, right? And then you've got the commercial that is pay in 30 days. Both are great. Cash flow for the residential is where you want to, If cash flow is the biggest obstacle, I'd focus on residential. Get that cash flow up, get that bank account full, and then the 30-day terms are not going to be as big of a hurdle to overcome. I remember specifically many, many times when I would be waiting for the mail carrier because I knew those checks were coming in and I needed to get those checks to put in the bank account because it was getting low. And so I'm right there with you. And the net 30s can be very troublesome. But it is what it is. When you're dealing with net 30s, those means those are bigger numbers. So I would, look at that way.
Yeah, do that. That was good. That was good advice, Mike. Yeah. Mike one time got so over leveraged into commercial contracts that he lost them all in a recession, right, Mike? Or were you over leveraged into residential? Which one was it?
No, it was 2019 when the Great Recession occurred,
No,
and
that
we
was
were doing.
08, right?
Oh yeah, oh 08. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, 2008, 2009, when we were doing like 99.9% multifamily, commercial, industrial, tons of retail and restaurants. And so the first thing to go, the first budget that was cut was like cleaning, right? They're like, okay, our customers aren't coming to buy food and go out to restaurants and stuff. So what are we going to do? We're going to cut out the weekly, and so that's where we were mainly focused. And so I had to pivot, and we went from heavy commercial into residential, and it wasn't by choice. We were forced, and it was a pivot that had to be made. But what I've learned since is don't put all of your eggs in one basket. You want to be you want to have a diversified lead flow, because if one area completely dries up, just we were talking about recession proof, a recession can have an impact. But if you prepare, like I was saying earlier, then if one segment of your market goes away, that's okay. You just focus on another.
Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, let's see if we bleach also has a powder form where you mix it.
Yeah,
That
don't
sounds
try to reinvent the wheel, and don't try to save
terrible.
money.
There's an issue in my country for SA solutions above 5% where they demand toxic permits. Is there other materials to use?
Well, there's lots of other materials that you can use, but as far as killing organics, SH is the way to go. But if all you can get is 5% and you are using a direct pump like a gas pump or an electric pump, right? 12 volt, 24 volt, then 5% is more than adequate to clean 90% of the stuff. You're just not going to dilute it at all.
I think this guy emailed why I can't see the map icon in my estimates on my Android 23 plus. Did we get back to him? I'm pretty sure this guy emailed it.
Make sure that you've got the latest update. It's been pushed within the last couple of days. Also, from what I could tell from the screenshots that this guy sent, if it was him, his screen is zoomed in. Like I know, and I don't know who this is, but like my mother-in-law's, the fonts on her phone are so big because she can't see. And so I think that might have something to do. So, and I replied back to that a couple times.
Okay.
Also, another person had said that they emailed about how to wash login information. And I responded back to that email as well as, if you unsubscribe from our email sequence, you will no longer have access to the program if you don't remember your password. So, make sure that if you don't want to see our marketing emails, just understand that you're not going to be able to reset your passwords, because legally we cannot send to that email address again because you've unsubscribed, and there are rules and regulations.
And some people that unsubscribe mark it as spam, and then they want their login emails. It's just not how it works.
Yeah, if anybody has got Quote IQ and they're using an Android version, if you go into the estimate screen, can you please verify that the map icon is there? I would appreciate that.
Are we secretly voting Democrat so we can get them small business forgivable loans?
Absolutely not. I will never vote Democrat. And the idea of voting Democrat to get a couple bucks just makes my skin crawl.
I agree with that.
And also, there's no such thing as small, unforgivable loans. Kamala Harris will say anything she's talking about reparations. She's talking about giving, all these loans to all these people, $20,000 for new home buyers. Who's going to pay for that? You want to talk about a recession? You want to talk about inflation? These are empty promises during a political season where she is scurrying to get votes. And unfortunately, what I'm talking about right now is probably going to continue to get me shadow banned. I'm convinced.
Like a dirty little cockroach. The other thing is imagine all the political science degrees that got completely forgiven. That was probably like 100 grand in student loans, and we start a business that actually, sends money into the economy. And anyway,
Yeah, my president works at McDonald's too, just like I used to.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Okay, just for giggles, I put a video out yesterday, and I don't even remember what it was. Oh, it was a dude bought. He invested and purchased, like, put 96 grand into this truck. Right, the video did well, yet there are like 3 comments on the video, and I am convinced that YouTube is shutting me down because they're not promoting our videos. It's a whole algorithm thing. But I think because I'm so vocal in my political beliefs that they are saying, fuck you, Mike, and they're trying to shut me down. So anybody that is watching, go to that video. It says like $96,000 truck or something like that. Go and make a comment and just say like F YouTube or go Trump, whatever. I don't care what you say. Go comment on that video because I want to see if the comments are actually showing up or if I'm crazy and some sort of crazy conspiracy theorist, because I don't want Kamala to sit in the White House.
Mike, don't be saying that kind of stuff on my channel. I don't want to be drugged down with you, big guy. Okay, you fight this battle on your own. I'm just kidding.
I tell you what. Do you have notifications turned on, Peaches?
I'm sub. I see Justice Chat all the time, but not Mike's. That's weird. Purcell line striping. We really appreciate you coming in late, but I love supporting what these guys do. They deserve all that they have concerning business. The gifts and value they give through their social media are immeasurable to $1. We really appreciate that, man. That was really good testimony.
Fight.
That's gonna be the word of the day. You guys have to comment this entire comment. I'm just kidding.
All America. Oh no, what is my channel name? Pressure.
Mike
all
V.
about pressure washing.
No
Mike
space.
V. All about pressure washing.
If you got comment down below the word of the day, we need some to pick from. So what do you guys think the word of the day should be? Dude, I got it. Thanks, Mike. You're the man. Good. Okay.
It was probably in junk or spam. Also, keeping it clean, soft pressure washing. Email me right now with your phone number.
Okay, minutia's up there. Legs is a good one. Plantain, dude, please, dude. Oh my god. Oh, if YouTube
go, Peaches.
If YouTube didn't strike this one down already, here it comes.
I hope your eyes are burning.
Jack forever. They proved big tech. They proved big tech shifted souls. No. Silly salmons. Okay. Which one of these is tickling your fancy, Mike, for a word of the day?
I think McDonald's.
I do kind of like minutia.
That's a hard one to spell, though.
I mean, that makes it more challenging. You get bonus points for spelling it correctly.
YouTube. I like it, TJ.
No, I don't think that should be the word. I don't encourage that kind of behavior. Unless you really want to be banned. I didn't see much.
I am banned.
Oh, God. Okay, we have to pick the word of the day. I do have the.
I like silly salmons too.
How
about goat?
Hoagie, stallion.
Stallion's
always a favorite. You know.
What's going on, stallion?
Hey, big guy, watch out. Thigh hair. Oh, dude, these are so fun, you guys. We really appreciate all you guys for hopping in and just like having a good time with us. I think these used to lean a little bit more heavy into pressure washing. I think it's a good balance, though. Wouldn't you say so, Mike?
Yeah. Like, how many times can I answer the question, what size pressure washer?
Ban the shorts. That's pretty good. I gotta say that's up there. Okay, you guys can pick whatever. We have to have a word of the day. Mike, you want to pick it?
Yeah, let's go with
nothing derogatory towards you.
Okay, then you have to pick because I'll pick. By default I go negative.
Minutia for bonus points. McDonald's if you just want to be basic. So
Yeah, love it.
those are the words of the day. If you guys made this far in the video, comment down below. Hashtag your role. My name is Justin, forever self-employed, all about pressure washing and quote IQ. And until next time, hustle hard, baby, and get that money, baby. Peace.
Do that.